Now I have done all my decreases, and before I continue, please subscribe, like, share, comment so that the channel can grow. Please, please, please. Now I'm continuing with decreasing, and now I'm going to decrease every row for the next 2 rows. Every row, that means the first row 4 stitches decreased, and then the next one 4 stitches decreased. That's 8 stitches all together. So I'll start with knit 2 together, then knit 1 after the stitch marker, after the stitch marker, and then slip 1 as if to knit. Same thing before. Knit 1 and then slip the stitch over the knitted one. So the next stitch marker, 3 stitches before the stitch marker, this is a little bit hard, yes. I need 1 more stitch. Then knit 2 together. Knit 2 stitches over the stitch marker, slip 1, knit 1, then slip the stitch and continue and decrease 1 more time. And after this one, and then I'm going to be knitting 2 together until I have only 4 or 5 stitches. I don't remember quite well. So here again I have 3 stitches, so I'm going to knit 2 together once more. Knit 2, and on this side slip 1 as if to knit, knit 1, slip the slipped stitch and knit to the next stitch marker. Have to undo one more stitch. Done. Knit 2 together. Knit 2 stitches with the stitch marker in the middle. Slip 1 as if to knit. And knit 1. Done. Slip the stitch over the knitted one. So I knit to the beginning of the row, and then I start knitting 2 together. All the stitches are knitted together. So this is the last stitch on the row. After the stitch marker, I start knitting all the stitches, knit 2 together. So I should be having about 10 stitches. I'll just assume that. So this is how it looks. I have to look at it in case I have any mistake. This is how it's now looking, the shape. This is how it's now looking. So this stitch marker should be on the side. So this is how it's looking. Now I'm going to knit 2 together, the whole row, and then again 2 together until I have 4 or 5 stitches. Knit 2 together, knit 2 together for all the stitches on this row. This is too close. Knit 2 together. Knit 2 together. And knit the last stitches 2 together. So I think I have 2 more stitches. last stitches, knit 2 together. So I'll go again and knit 2 together. This time I'm going to take the DPN needles because this is getting too tight. And I'll go ahead and knit the stitches 2 together. Why is it so tight? Two together. Two together. Two together. This is the last round. Another 2 together. It's getting tighter. Another 2 together. Oops. Another 2 together. And finished. So, and I'll cut this off. So this is how it looks. And then I'll thread. I need a darning needle now. Where did I? So here it is, my needle. And I will thread and then I'll go through all the stitches. I can pull this out and go through all the stitches, but be careful not to lose them. So I'll go through all the stitches. These are 4 stitches. Pull them tight. Pull everything tight. And then this is how I do it. Then go turn everything to the wrong side. And sew in the end of the ends somewhere here. this off. So now I only have to work the thumb, then I'll be finished. I don't need this anymore. So if the thumb was finished, I would have my glove finished. Now, to make the thumb, I will pick the stitches on the thread. And I need another. Excuse me, I need another dip again. And here I'm now going to pick 4 stitches. You can use a crochet if you want, but I'm trying if this will work without one. So that's 1 stitch. The thumb is easy, you just knit an around until you have the length of 5.5 centimeters. You can always try it on. And when you have your length, you knit 2 rounds, knitting 2 together, like I did at the end of the palm. So now I start knitting, and this is the beginning of the row, or here, whatever. Getting mixed up. So now I start knitting and I go round and round until I have my 5.5 centimeters, and then I cast stitches 2 by 2. So I think I've showed you how you do this. Then you continue until you have 5.5 centimeters, and the 5.5 centimeters you measure them from the beginning of this, of here. That's where you measure it, not here. The place where you start knitting in around. When you pick the stitches, that's where you measure the thumb. This is a bit tricky. So you go on until you have your length, and then cast off the stitches in 2 rounds, 2 by 2, and then for the last stitches just cut your thread with some length, pull the thread through the last stitches. Oh my god, what am I doing? Pull your thread through the last stitches and sew in the end. That will be it. I'll do mine to the end, and then I'll send some pictures. So for now, bye till next time.